Hi guys, this is Caroline. I just wanted to come on here real quick and do a very short video about the coronavirus. It's been a cause for concern and alarm for so many people around the world, including here in the US, where so many people have been diagnosed with it, and so many people as well have died as a result of it. I think according to the CDC, about 19 states cases have been detected in about 19 states. So that's a pretty big deal. And then I mean, so many countries around the world have been affected by it as well. So I just wanted to do a really short video. I am a registered nurse, so just a really quick disclaimer here. I do not have authority to prescribe or authority to diagnose. All the information I'm presenting on here is just based off of, the research that I've done. And so I just wanted to just kind of give a synthesis of the information that I have concerning this virus. So pretty much the coronavirus, this is a large family of viruses that cause illnesses ranging from common cold to severe diseases such as the MERS, otherwise known as the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, severe acute respiratory syndrome, otherwise also known as the SARS, and the strain of the coronavirus that we are seeing now is pretty new. Reason why it is called the novel coronavirus, the novel coronavirus disease, otherwise known as COVID-19, because the first case of this new strain was in Wuhan province in China, and that was detected, or the person was diagnosed with it in December of 2019. Now, what are the common signs of infection of the coronavirus disease? I have a little cheat sheet here, so that's why you see me looking down. Common signs of infection are, fever, cough, shortness of breath, and just in general difficulty breathing. So, I mean, a lot of the signs here mimic the signs of like just the common cold or the flu, but you see, a lot of severeness in terms of like the infections, and then you could have very serious cases where the person would exhibit, severe acute respiratory syndrome. Some of the cases, could get so serious that the person could have kidney failure, pneumonia, and then of course death for some cases. Now, onto the really important stuff in terms of recommendations for prevention, like what can you do, what can we do to prevent infection, especially in this case where so many regions of the world or so many countries are getting affected by this disease. Now, one of the key things that are recommended here is to make sure you're washing your hands. Now, you think that this is common sense, like we should be doing that already, but you would be surprised to know like how many people in the world today do not take hand washing seriously. And if you're one of those persons, this is the time, this is the season where you need to take that seriously to protect not just yourself, but to also protect your loved ones. Because one of the things about the coronavirus is, people become contagious before exhibiting symptoms of it. So you have people that, are infected with the coronavirus just walking, looking like nothing is wrong. They're not showing symptoms yet, but they're contagious. So if you're around people like that and they cough, they sneeze, you touch surfaces that they've touched, and those surfaces have the droplets from the virus, then you can be infected as well. So you have to make sure that you are washing your hands, you're covering your mouth and your nose when you're coughing and sneezing. And covering your mouth and your nose is not doing this, you're covering your mouth and your nose, either with your elbow, or you use tissue to cover your mouth and your nose. And in this case, after you're done using the tissue, discard it. Okay, because I know there are lots of people who reuse tissue. Like you sneeze into a tissue, you cough into a tissue, and then you put it right back in your pocket. This is not the season for that. Like if you're using a tissue to sneeze into it or to cover your cough with it, make sure you're discarding it right after you use it. Okay, and that helps prevent infection as well. And then also make sure you're thoroughly cooking your meats and your eggs. And this is because the coronavirus is it's transmitted from animals to humans as well. So it's not just transmitted from humans to humans, it can also be transmitted from animals to humans. Okay, now let's see here. And then you're also cleaning your surfaces, especially like surfaces that you use a lot, your regularly used surfaces like your doorknobs, your tables, your chairs at home. Just make sure you're routinely cleaning your surfaces with alcohol based disinfectants. The disinfectant should have at least 60% alcohol. Okay, and pretty much the reason you're doing this is because that the alcohol in the disinfectants, it helps to kill germs. It helps to kill viruses. And then also these viruses, one of the key reasons why you have to make sure that you're using this at least 60% alcohol based disinfectants is because the viruses survive on these surfaces. According to the CDC, anyways, I found this information on their website. It survives on the surfaces for a few hours up to several days. Okay, so if somebody that is infected with the coronavirus touches those surfaces, the virus doesn't just die after a couple of minutes or after a couple of hours. It could linger on there for a couple of days as well. So we really, really, really need to be careful. And then this is not the season to just travel for the sake of traveling. Okay, if you can avoid travel, avoid it. If you can avoid areas where there's lots of people, crowds, and stuff like that, avoid it. And then make sure that you're staying hydrated, you're fortifying your immune system. Like, I advise my family a lot about the importance of not just eating right, staying hydrated, but also making sure that you're taking supplements. For example, the vitamin C supplement. I'm not saying that the vitamin C cures the coronavirus. No, the vitamin C, for me, I know, like, it helps to boost the immune system. So I take the vitamin C supplement, and I advise my family, and these are over the counter medications. And then also make sure you're stocking up on supplies as well, guys. Like, make sure that if tomorrow your child's school calls and says, oh, the school has been closed because there's been a case of coronavirus in the school, and the school is going to be shut down for maybe the next 2 weeks, make sure you have enough supplies at home to be able to take care of your family. And this ranges from groceries to your cleaning supplies to tissues to over-the-counter medications, where if somebody's running a fever or anything, like, you will not feel the need to leave the house and maybe go to the store. Just make sure you have your supplies stocked. Okay, and then I think besides the medical precautions that we're taking, just spiritually as well, make sure that you stay prayed up. This whole situation has caused a lot of panic for so many people, but I feel like, personally, as a child of God, just make sure that medically you're taking the precautions and you're staying up to date with the information that is out there, and you are spiritually you're protecting your family as well. And that means pretty much just praying for your family, daily, just covering your family with the blood of Jesus, because the blood of Jesus is powerful. It's potent and powerful enough to protect us and to heal us, and all of that. So just make sure you stay you stay updated on what is going on, especially in your area, in your community, in your state, in the country where you reside, and make sure you're praying, for yourself and praying for your family as well, praying for your loved ones, and then just have your supply stocked up. Follow the universal precautions, and this is the hand washing. Wash your hands for at least 20 minutes, 20 seconds. I'm sorry, we're washing your hands for at least 20 seconds with soap, using a hand sanitizer. It's really when you touch, like these some of these surfaces, like like the elevator buttons, like you don't know who just touched that button right before you. If you're sharing an office with other people and things like that, just make sure you're applying some of these safety precautions and just basic hygiene, and just stepping that up a notch, just a little bit, so you're protecting yourself and you're protecting the people around you as well. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just encourage us. It's not a time to panic, but it's a time to just stay informed. Remember, knowledge applied is power. So make sure you're having this information, and just share this video as well with, your loved ones. If there's, you know, somebody in your life, or a family member that you feel like doesn't have adequate information about this virus, you can share this video with them. And unfortunately, like, sometimes so many people don't like to read, which is really bad. But if you have people like that in your life, you can share this video with them. That way they at least have the basic information on what is going on, and they know how to protect themselves, and what to do. Okay, and then if you feel like you're having symptoms as well, like I said, some of the symptoms are fever, respiratory symptoms like, coughing, sneezing, shortness of breath, and all of that. If you feel like you're having those symptoms as well, and you've been in contact with somebody that maybe has the virus, or somebody that recently traveled, or all of that, or you recently traveled, make sure you're seeking medical attention. You're calling your primary care doctor. Make sure, like I said, you're seeking medical attention early. Like, the key here is make sure you're getting medical attention early enough. And yeah, so protect yourself, protect others around you as well. By God's grace, hopefully soon this will be a thing of the past as well, just like, with the Ebolas and the SARS, and all of the other viruses that kind of threatened our peace a little bit. So yeah, so you all stay blessed, and be safe out there, guys. God bless you. Bye bye.